हजका और बीजेपी जीरो है
जी।
कांग्रेस भी कह रही थी, इनेलो भी कह रही थी। अभी हमारा गठबंधन हुए पिछले 10 सितंबर को हमारी फॉर्मल अनाउंसमेंट दिल्ली में गडकरी जी ने और बहन सुषमा जी ने की है। अभी 1 महीने के अंदर इस गठबंधन ने जो हमें 0-0 कहकर हर रोज डिमोरलाइज कर रहे थे, आज हिसार की जनता ने हमें उस लोकसभा का हीरो बना दिया। और अभी तो जब हमारी जॉइंट कैंपेन चलेगी हजका बीजेपी का, जिस समय से सारे हरियाणा प्रदेश के अंदर हमारे इकट्ठे दौरे चलेंगे, तो वही लहर जो हम पहले बनाते आए हैं, क्योंकि जिसके ऊपर भी हमारी नजर पड़ गई वही मुख्यमंत्री हरियाणा का बन गया
जी।
चाहे वो 67 में रघुवीर सिंह जी थे, चाहे वो देवीलाल जी थे, चाहे वो चौटाला जी थे, चाहे वो बंसीलाल जी थे जी। और अब हम कुलदीप जी के साथ
कटारिया जी, मेरे पास सिर्फ 1 मिनट बाकी है। अर्शद जी, आपसे जानना चाहूंगी कि आपको क्या लगता है कि आगे इन इलेक्शंस का किस तरह का असर देखने को मिल सकता है इस राज्य पर?
Personally, I don't think that there's going to be any effect of this. It's a classic case of opportunism from both sides. The Bharatiya Janata Party was aligned with INLD a little while ago. Suddenly they found that here is a person who is quite likely to garner votes out of the sympathy of his father's legacy, and they jumped ship and they have now aligned with him. This is the way they have been all through. Strange bedfellows, opportunistic politics.
Right.
Yes, it's unfortunate, but well, that's the reality.
लास्ट वर्ड फ्रॉम यू गुरमीत सिंह जी।
2 ही बातें होंगी। एक तो मुख्यमंत्री जी की मुश्किल खड़ी करने की कोशिश की जाएगी कांग्रेस की तरफ से, कांग्रेस के जो उनके आलोचक हैं हिसार का ठीकरा उनके सिर फोड़ा जाएगा, और दूसरा हजका भाजपा जो है उनके अलायंस पे लोगों की अब नजर तो जरूर रहेगी। हालांकि जैसे ये कह रहे हैं दिल बालाना गालिब ख्याल अच्छा है, तो जो इनके विरोधी है वो ये कह सकते हैं कि इनका भी मुंगेरियाल के हसीन सपने, क्योंकि अभी दूर है इलेक्शन, 3 साल अभी दूर है। अभी इसको ये कहना कि इसका बहुत बड़ा असर होगा, मैं नहीं मानता। अभी जो इसका तात्कालिक असर है मुख्यमंत्री
कांग्रेस पार्टी की आर्थिक नीतियां हैं, चाहे औद्योगिक नीति है
जी। डॉक्टर राणा, मैं माफी चाहूंगी, मेरे पास वक्त बिल्कुल खत्म हो चुका है। आप सबका इस डिस्कशन में हिस्सा लेने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इट्स टाइम टू टेक अ शॉर्ट ब्रेक हियर, टू स्टे विद अस। Welcome back. A 100-year-old runner, Fauja Singh, became the oldest person to complete a full-distance marathon when he finished the race in Toronto yesterday. Fauja Singh earned a spot in the Guinness World Book of Records for his accomplishment. It took Singh more than 8 hours to cross the finish line, more than 6 hours after Kenya's Kenneth Mungala won the event for the 4th straight year. He was the last competitor to complete the course. The 5'8" Singh said he's hopeful his next project will be participating in the torch relay for the 2012 London Games. Joining us for a discussion about the spirit of Fauja Singh is Khushwant Singh, who is the author of Turbaned Tornado, the biography of the marathon runner. Welcome to our studios, Khushwant ji. Tell us what all you know about Fauja Singh. You have spent a lot of time with him while working on his biography.
See, the first time I met Fauja Singh was in 2005. I was working on my book Sikhs Unlimited, which was in which I featured extraordinary Sikh men and women of the diaspora. And I still remember my first meeting was in a Gurdwara in Ilford, and Fauja Singh was wearing this blue suit and had a tie which had marathon runners printed on it, and he had shoes, sport shoes which had Fauja written on the right one and Singh written on the left one. And the first line actually he said was, "Kaka main ya so sakda ya tur sakda ya bach sakda." So I knew what I was in for.
Okay.
That there was no meeting that was going to be, sitting down somewhere. And my entire interview in 2005 was on the streets of Ilford while walking. I mean, hours and hours. We would walk about 10 miles a day, and I was.
You must have lost a couple of kilos then.
I did, but on the saving grace was that he didn't ask me to run.
Okay. So that's right. See, another marathon milestone for a 100-year-old Fauja Singh. He became the first centenarian to complete the Toronto Marathon. How did he accomplish this?
I think it's sheer willpower, his Punjabi by spirit, which helped him achieve this. After 2005, I was in touch with him constantly, and he was breaking records because he was 94 at that point, and then anything he would do would create a would create news. And his coach called me up last year and said, Fauja Singh turns 100, and if you were willing to dedicate 1 year of your life to chronicle this great man's life.
Lovely.
I said yes. And I was again with him in 2010 last year. And that's where he told me, he says, Kakka, main gore da record todna. Because the record of the oldest marathon runner was held by a Greek guy till yesterday, a 98-year-old guy. And I was sure this man is going to break it. He attempted it in Luxembourg last year, but he could only finish a half marathon. But he said कि मेरे तो शाम दी रेस नहीं भजी जांदी, मैं टोरंटो सवेरे वाली भजनी है, and I'm going to. He was set on Toronto.
Right.
And it was only a matter of time.
What inspires him to run?
I think see it's very difficult to, one of the challenges of the book was how to chronicle the spirit of such a man in words. How would you put Fauja in a book? I mean if I've just captured an iota of it, I would say the book is is I've done my job. But it all started from a tragedy actually. He was a farmer here. Fauja was born in April 1, 1911 in Byas Pind, near Jalandhar.
Right.
And he was, the villagers say that he was the best farmer and the toughest guy, in the sense that he had kept 2 to 3 sets of oxen. So the oxen would get tired, but he won't, so he would change and then till his land again.
Okay.
So that's the history of his endurance. There's no history of athleticism. But it started from a tragedy. His son, with whom he was staying here, died in a freak accident. And his family then, he has 3 daughters, 3 sons, so 6 children. So his son in England took him there. And Fauja, while, one day he was sitting and he watched a marathon on television, and he said he wants to have a go at it. And they introduced him to a gentleman called Harminder Singh. Actually, Harminder Singh is the key man here.
Okay.
He became his mentor and a coach, and he preserved Fauja. Because otherwise, if he hadn't preserved Fauja, the Gurdwara committees and the local people would have just taken him for langars and charity shows and ruined his health,
Right.
And once he got his first this thing, then Jinu Kande jaag lag gaya. Then he wanted to run and run.
So what is the secret behind his long and healthy life as well as stamina? And what is it that he eats actually?
See, I'll tell you, in my book, I have captured something what I call Faujanomics. These are his one-liners. So in 2005, I remember his line, and he told me, he says, Kakka, muh nu na zip la de. So I said, Ode naal ki hoega? He says, ek tak cut khayega te ek cut bolenga. Both will keep you out of trouble.
Okay.
So his mantra, his mantra is to eat less. He says, मेरी जिंदगी सिर्फ परहेज नाल चलती पई है. जिद्दन मैं ज़्यादा खा लूँगा, दुनिया लोग ज़्यादा खाना ज़्यादा मरदे हैं, कट खाना नहीं मरदे.
Right.
So that's his mantra, and I think he really, gives a lot of weightage to the pinni that he eats in the morning.
Okay.
I'll see the pinni, and he takes it's crushed pinni, and he takes about 3-4 teaspoonfuls, which actually nutritionists say carry a lot of elements of, protein, carbohydrates, and everything for his daily diet.
Right. So what is his training regime, if you can tell us about that?
See, his training regime has changed over the years. Like he's attempted a full marathon after 8 years. He was only doing 10-kilometer races or relay races or half marathons. But basically how he's kept himself going is that he walks about 10-15 miles a day. I remember my routine. It was the same, we actually went, it was like a sense of deja vu when I met him in 2010 again. And he goes to Gurdwara number 1 in the area, has his morning cup of tea and everything. Then he walks 5-6 miles and reaches the second one. Then he takes 1 pulka and dal, and then he walks again to the third one in the vicinity, because that area has a huge Punjabi and Sikh population. And then he goes to this third one, and then for his evening tea, and by the time he comes back home, he's done this huge circuit of about 10-15 miles.
Okay.
So that's what keeps him going.
Right. How do you feel, being the man who actually wrote a biography on him?
You know, for me, it's been a pilgrimage. It's been such an honor. It's been such an honor that to write about this man, the human marvel. Imagine he is the first man in the human race or mankind to have run 42 kilometers at the age of 100. I mean, this example is not going to be, you will not get this example in the next 1,000 years again, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
And it hasn't been there for, so it's for me, it's been a very, very humbling experience. In fact, last night, I was on Twitter throughout because there were about 10,000, 20,000 people on this Fauja fever. There was this thing, and someone was saying he's crossed my house. Someone was saying he's crossed 30 kilometer benchmark, 35. And when that tweet came that Fauja has accomplished, I mean, actually, tears trickled down my. You know, it was a climax of this whole emotion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
do you know what is next on his agenda apart from 2012 Olympics? He's a torch. He's going to be carrying the torch for the London Olympics. That's one. But he's enrolled himself for the 2012 Edinburgh Marathon. But that's going to be part of a relay. Look at the confidence of the man. He's enrolled 1 year before this thing. And then I think the plan is to taper him off. He should just relax and he's reached his peak. And he should just carry on with his daily routine because I think that's the plan. Well, thank you so much for coming into our studios, Khushwant ji.
Thank you.
That's all we have in Prime. Till we meet again, good luck and goodbye.